All right. Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody had an amazing weekend and ready to crush the stock market this week. Let's see if the live stream is up and running on the YouTube channel and also on X. Make sure that the audio and picture are clear and working. Let's see if the live stream is. All right. X is working for the live stream. Let's go check the YouTube channel side. X, make sure that the audio and picture are clear and working. All right, and YouTube stream is working. So it looks like we are good and live on both ends. So again, appreciate everybody tuning into the Sunday night live here. What's up? What's up? What's up, audio? Sean, what's up? Liv, thank you so much. Liv, my YouTube manager over there. I believe we are about to hit 2K subscribers, so maybe we can get that done during this episode here of the Sunday night live stream. I believe we are very, very close to getting to 2,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. So if you have not liked and subscribed to my YouTube channel, just click the link here. If you're on my X profile here, just hit the link tree that's there in the middle. It pulls up the page. Once it loads, scroll down to the second to last one and it says Casey Trades YouTube. Hit the button and it takes you here. And then just hit the little button at the top. All right. It's free. Like and subscribe. Sometimes the YouTube live stream will be better quality overall and sometimes have a slightly shorter delay than the X live stream will. So if you want better quality on the platform outside of X for live streams, then YouTube sometimes can be a little bit more favorable than the X live stream. Although I know like 90% of all the people that are watching this live stream right now are on X. But give the YouTube channel some love over there as well. Make sure you check that out. So please like and subscribe to that. Again, I will be posting educational videos and content, everything over to that YouTube channel all the time. So make sure you just subscribe over to that one, turn notifications on, that way you know when a new post comes out. Again, it's free to subscribe, so just go hit that button. Let's see if we can get to close to 2,000 subscribers on that channel. So hope everybody had a great weekend. Sat down earlier and I made a full watch list, and you'll see right over here, starting with Apple and just working our way down here. So I looked at all of these charts. Oh, you can't see the bottom right corner. You see Bull, and then Uber. After that is Lyft, CVS, LLY, and Affirm. My face in this box is blocking the rest of that watch list, but made a little watch list right here. Went through some of these charts. So we're gonna cover a few of those here this evening. Not gonna cover all of them. I don't want to spoil all of the goodies, but we are going to cover just a few. So before we get started, again, this session is live and is also recorded. It will be saved onto the YouTube channel. It will also be saved here onto my X profile for the ones watching on the X stream right now. So please like and repost it if you're on X. Like and repost this stream right now. I greatly appreciate it. Everyone who cannot attend this session live right now because either they're not home right now. I know there's games going on right now as well. People watching, sporting events. Someone could be at work. Who knows, right? But if they cannot watch this session right here, this charting session for this this plan to get set up for the week on trading, they can watch this later on tonight or tomorrow morning, whatever, at their own time before next market open. So the more people that like and repost it, easier to find. So again, if you're on the X live stream, like and repost it, please. Would greatly appreciate it. That way, again, the ones that cannot attend this session live, they can watch the recording once we are done here. So appreciate you all. I know I'm going to go over and click on the chat. There's going to be a bunch of freaking people saying, Casey, can you look at this? Casey, look at that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it tonight. I have a lot of charts already that I'm watching and that I want to cover for you guys. I will try to give my 2 cents maybe on a few that are there, but I'll give some quick spoilers. Apple, ARM, Bank of America, Carnival Cruise Line, CrowdStrike, FedEx, JD, Meta, Palantir, PayPal, TTD, United Airlines, Uber, UPS, Wells Fargo, and a few other ones. Those are all of the ones that I found some decent charts on for the larger time frame, mainly looking at daily, weekly, and monthly time frames. So am I going to sit here and cover absolutely all those during this live stream? No, absolutely not. If you're in the premium Discord, you've already seen all of those charts that I just named. Sent those out earlier today. So if you're in the premium Discord, you've already seen all of those charts, and you've already seen a few of the ones that I'm already currently in for swing trading. But we're going to cover just a handful of those. So as you can tell, there's a long list. So not sure if I can cover a lot of them. So you can watch my list anytime. Can you back test me? I can back test you, Imp. Road to 2K coming. Let's try and get there. Like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Imp. Imp's always tuning into the Sunday night live stream. I know he's probably watching the game right now. He's probably sitting either near his desk on a separate monitor watching it, or maybe he's in the living room with the family drinking a Modelo right now. But maybe here in the future on the next Sunday night live stream, I can get another set of eyes here on the live stream. Get another analyst in here with me. Bring in some guests, and I'll cover 2 or 3 from many things that I'm watching, and then bring in another guest on here, a little guest special appearance to come in with me in the last 20 minutes or so, and they can share their thoughts and their charts with you guys as well. And we can maybe like cycle that, get someone in this week, get someone else in a different week. I think that'd be cool to get that done on the Sunday night live stream, because I'm always just doing this by myself, usually in front of like 2,000 people. So I think if I can get some other people in here, a different set of eyes, might be able to put something on their radar, and then they can put something on my radar. We share it, we talk about it, chart it, all live here for all the viewers and the listeners. So I think it'd be great. Can you cover Walmart potentially? Michelle, what's up? No Casey pajamas tonight? No, not yet. I just got done putting the kids down, and I haven't had a second to go take my shower yet. So I didn't want to put on the Hugh Heffy, silk pajamas yet until I've taken my shower. So just wearing my WAP Nike t-shirt right now. So, all right. We bullshit long enough here. Let's go ahead and jump into these charts. So again, appreciate you guys. Make sure you do like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like and repost the stream here on X. And let's go ahead and get this shit done. So first and foremost, just a little recount from SPY last time. This was covered during the pre-bell show before we went and started the day for trading. We knew the zone that was right here for SPY. Already got it marked. Drew this little wedge right here. And then SPY came down here. I went long. I was on live stream and then also on Spaces. Went long on the test right here. Played the long on ES back up, retested the EMA's rejection, came back down after scaling the long, got stopped that on the other. And then once it closed underneath here, once it closed underneath it here, ended up taking the short and then went for the gap fill right here. And then obviously these targets downside. And we drew the big support demand. All of this was drawn and done pre-market live in front of thousands of people. And this was the freaking support demand zone. I went long down here. I took SPY calls down here in the premium Discord as well, and then took it right back up to the zone, and that's where SPY closed for the day. It was beautiful to make money both sides. The game plan absolutely played out, downside and then upside. It's absolutely great. If you do the homework, I mean, the entries and exits, they put themselves right there in front of you. I know to exit my short down here. I know to look for longs if they hold it. Buyer step in, they hold it, I go long. Where do I exit? The same freaking zone up here where I took the short. Because now that's where sellers are at. That's how support resistance works, right? Very clean, very simple. SPY for the next trading session opened up right at the freaking zone, went all the way up here, hit pre-market high, and what did it do? It came straight back down and retested the zone perfectly, and they bounced it. What happened after that? Then it broke all the way up here, consolidated. What happened? Pulled back down, SR flip over the first rejection of pre-market high, and then went up higher, right? Higher highs, higher lows, support, resistance, the most cleanest thing, on the freaking chart. Beautiful price action on SPY. And then we sold back off and closed right back into the zone. Look, and SPY just closed right back in there. So I'm not changing a damn thing on my chart except for marking that upper area right here from the previous session high before that knife candle came in at 1 o'clock. I'm still going to use this same support demand zone right here. I'm going to draw that over into the next session. Put that shit right there. Like, that's just, it doesn't get any easier than that. That's literally it. Now, the zone right here, same little yellow level right here, just highlight that entire zone. This will be my midpoint area, right? This is my midpoint. And now we have our resistance up here at the high from the previous session. So I'll draw that over. I guess I can just go ahead and make everything kind of a little bit more even. A little bit more even, Steven. This will be my mid zone. And then we'll go ahead and change this to red. And then that will be the resistance zone as of right now, which will be my supply zone. And that's it. There's nothing else I need to do on the SPY chart. All I know is that this is my support demand zone. This is my mid zone. That's my resistance supply. I'm going to have levels, between all of this bullshit. Just like that, honestly. I mean, there's from 666.3 up to 672.7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 spots between that area and these 3 zones overall that I'm going to be watching. That's it on SPY. Nothing else too significant on SPY. The only thing I will say is, let's go to SPY. And I can, Jesus, look at all those levels. Hydraulics. The only thing I will say is the daily candle on SPY, not the greatest. We did have a little red hanging man right there, but quickly went up and made a higher high. And then, strangely enough, if you look at the close on Thursday, look at the closing price. It was 669.22. 669.22. Look at Friday's close. 669.21. It literally closed a penny from the previous session. I mean, look at the bodies of those candles, or the bottom of the body right there. They literally lined up. They closed at the exact same spot. And then look at the weekly candles, still very, very strong. Not even anywhere near the 9 EMA. I mean, we've been above it since May. Since the April dip, reclaimed it in May. We've been riding the weekly 9 all the way up here. Go to QQQ. Same story, right on the weekly 9. Now QQQ, I go to the daily, a little bit different story also had a red hanging man, made a slightly higher high by 15 cents, nothing crazy, came back down, very much underneath previous close. Close was 605.73. This close was 603.18. It actually closed near the previous low of day, I believe. So, but still very strong. So market is still very, very strong at this time. But that's it for SPY right there. Quickly go through the Qs. I'm sure it's going to be something very, very similar. So for Qs, go to an hourly chart. So I already have this zone right here. You'll see this little volume shelf that's right here. It's exactly where Qs went to. Right there. Down to here. Go to this 15-minute. Makes it look a little bit more clear. I can get rid of this. I can get rid of that. Volume point of control is already there. Mark that high here. A lower high there. So for Qs, I mean, 600 is right below. I mean, I would say this area right down in here. It's gonna be your support. And then obviously very, very clear from previous price action shows that that is going to be your resistance. Again, the higher time frames as of right now, daily and weekly charts on both these names, still very, very strong. We are a little bit overextended. That is my concern. Personally, I am looking for the market to pull back at least a little bit to retest some of these areas a little bit lower. I could 100% be wrong, and we can just keep on climbing. Do I think SPY and Qs are going to go higher than the current prices that they're at? 100%. I really hope we have a good Santa rally at the end of the year, and we continue to make a new all-time high. But before it goes and makes that new high, I would like to see the market pull back down, retest, put in a higher low, then go and make that higher high. So personally, I would like to see a month here for October pullback, and then starting in November, start to get the rebound play, get the Santa rally, new highs going to the end of the year. Everyone has a fun Christmas, right? So this is kind of my do not touch zone. This will be my mid, be this area about right here. It's going to be my do not touch spot, which is going to be around 603, give or take, 50 cents upside. Just not going to get chopped up in there. And then, get the move back up here to 605, 606, and then above that, 607, 608 is that resistance zone. And then downside, 601.4 down to 600 is support. Underneath that, you're going to have this 598.62 support, and then really, really big support after that is 596 to 595. If we end up breaking that zone right here, this zone right here would be a very, very crucial spot. There's big reactions on Qs that happen down here around 596. So definitely going to highlight that. Actually going to set an alert on this chart just in case I missed that. Obviously, if it breaks through the resistance, sky's the limit, new all-time highs. But for downside, we need to be aware of where these zones are at, because we can do the technicals because we have previous price action. We have no idea for anything above all-time highs. I mean, you can run reverse fibs, do it that way, but that's it for the Qs. And then real quick, IWM. Go ahead and clear this chart, I suppose. IWM, I mean, just this spot right up here where we're at, I mean, that high that was made right there, double topped, long wick, and then sell off. initial test, chop, 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 tried to do it, shooting star, sold off. Above it, another really long wick on the daily that's up there. Go to your weekly. I mean, still chugging right along, but I mean, this is a beautiful rounded bottom right here. A straight freaking sell off, but then a beautiful rebound near the 175. And buyer sent it straight back up. So IWM looking very, very good. Absolutely love IWM lately. Let me see. Nothing too significant there that I want to watch, but I'll hit this August low here and run that through there. Bring that back down to a 15-minute. So big support down near this 240 area. I mean, I know we're well far away from that, but is there a small little gap to fill? Right here, this overnight gap up session from Thursday into Friday. Never filled the gap downside. Let me go check my Weeble real quick. Is that correct? There's still a gap to fill slightly downside on IWM from overnight session. Let me see. Weeble. Let's go to the daily. There is. The high was 244.09 and the low is 245.03. So there should be about $1. Should be about $1 for a gap fill potentially right there. So would like to see that potentially get filled. Which, I mean, this is all kind of lining up kind of perfectly, to be honest with you. If you look where the volume's at here, you got a spot right here as well, just for that lower high. Big one right here, and then the low right there. So fill the gap, come down, hit 244 cycle level, could be a gap fill and then bounce play. Right here for IWM. If I can type. So you have resistance just over 247.50 up to 248. You're going to have your midpoint around this 245.8, 246 area. And then you have a small gap fill. That still needs to be filled from that previous session. But you also do have your support that's down here as well. So 244 to 244.5 area of support, 246 midpoint, 247.50, 248 resistance. Other than that, nothing else too crazy on IWM. So now let's get into, those are the same three as always: SPY, QQ, IWM, you know, same shit, different day. I listed off like 15 different tickers before. Am I going to cover all of those? Absolutely freaking not. I will cover banks real quick. So BAC, Bank of America. Their weekly chart. All right. So you have this level over here from January of 2022. It's around $50, $50 cycle level. These three candlesticks here at the top of this higher high, higher low, little trend that it's making, This is called an evening star. You have a big body green candle on the left, a bearish to neutral candle in the middle, and a big body red candle on the right to match the one on the left. So that is called an evening star. So where this evening star formed at is at the top of an uptrend. For me, risk to reward, I like it to go short. So I can risk, previous high. So for this chart, it's 52.57. Am I really looking for it to go all the way back up to 52.57? No. I think if it holds right here and it goes all the way back to 52.57, that's going to be quickly invalidated. They're going to break straight through that. So personally, this previous day right here with the low is around 51.4 to 52 bucks. That's probably where I'm going to be looking for it to stay below that. On the daily, that would confirm still a lower high and be good for a rejection point and continue downside. If it reclaims that, go back up and test the equal high. If bulls are that strong at that point from holding this right here, I think they would take it and be an invalidated bear setup, which is very, very bullish. So long story short, underneath that 51.40 area, I like it for the short. So again, evening star, but we have this trend line, this area of support. So this spot right here, obviously trend line level, if that ends up giving out, would like to see this evening star play downside. So this is based on the weekly chart. So for me, for evening stars, I say this, it's just for fun whenever I say this, but 9 times out of 10, next candle's red. So that means I would like to see a red candle come in and close underneath this previous candle. So right now the low in this candle is 50 bucks, which means that I want to see a red candle come in this week and be underneath and close down here somewhere underneath 50. Don't want it to be above that. Want it to be red, close underneath that trend line, close under that level, confirm downside, fantastic. So this is Bank of America on the weekly. We go to another bank, go to Wells Fargo. Look what you got. Big green candle on the left. Bearish to neutral in the middle. Big red candle on the right to match the one on the left. Same thing. A little bit different. So you have this little trend line right here that I drew in. You also have kind of this overall, I don't know if you want to call it a pennant, a wedge, whatever you want to call it right here. The big thing is marking the key points where you're seeing the stock react at, which is a big rejection here, and a big rejection here, and then a long wick and big rejection here. Big support bounce, and it's going right through. That candle actually closed directly underneath of that trend line, but above this other one right here. I can just mark it in white, that way you see it. So essentially, and it lines up with this level that runs right across, which is $80 right across the middle, right? $80 stock level. So you have big support right there as well. If it bounces, goes back up, reclaims above 83.50, then I would say bulls are too strong, invalidated bear setup, very bullish, take it upside. But if it closes underneath 80, 9 times out of 10, next candle would be red. Would love to see our red candle close and come to break down and work its way back down underneath 80, come back down to 77, 75, and then 73.5. So that is another bank setup. You have Bank of America, and then you have Wells Fargo here. Go to Morgan Stanley. Not so much an evening star. You do have green candle on the left, bullish neutral in the middle, red candle on the right, lower wick, but they bought it back up and closed right up here. So a little bit different story. Other one is going to be JPM, which is completely different. JPM had a nice breakout, retest, and a move up here, and then just recently got a little bit of a downside right here on the daily, getting a move down, came back up, retested, rejected, close underneath. So would like to see underneath 306 and get a move back down on JPM as well. You can go to Goldman Sachs as well. Go to the weekly. Same thing. Big green candle on the left, neutral bearish in the middle, big red candle on the right. So you see the kind of pattern that I'm seeing overall with the banks. The cleanest setups, again, for these evening stars at the top, I believe, are going to be Bank of America and are going to be WFC, Wells Fargo. So for the financial sector, as of right now, risk to reward, I do like it for the potential short up here. And I am short these names. I called out these positions live with the Wolf team when I was trading at the Haunted Mansion on Friday. So I do like those names for downside. I've covered these prior. I'm going to cover them still. It's TTD. I told everyone that I was long TTD down here off 44.45. The stock now is at 51. Alerted the 50s the first time. They went green, came back a little bit, stopped me out. I re-entered, took 49s in the money, and now we're looking good. Beautiful double bottom right here on the weekly. You go to your daily chart, there's huge gap fill potential. So you'll see the zone right down here at the low, right? Huge gap fill potential all the way up here to 87 bucks. So I think it's going to go to 87 bucks. No, that would be insane. Stock would have freaking doubled because it hit a low of 43 down here. But got this little trend line running through for these lower highs, volume point of control right up here near 54.55. So I think if TTD can get a break in base on the daily and weekly above 54.55, get continuation, go back up and test that gap, which is going to be exactly at $57. TTD above $57 re-enters into that gap, and sky's the limit. Just look for a move up to half gap, and then see where it goes from there. But already long TTD down here in runners might end up re-entering a new position if it does get a break in base above that 54.55 area. If it rips above it, and then essentially in a perfect world, one of two things would happen. These highs that you see right here, right there, same high that it rejected right there, comes back up there, hits it again, rejects it, but when it pulls back down to the area of 54.55, instead of knifing back through it and then rejecting it and coming back down, when it pulls back down, buyers actually step in and give a good entry right here. You can do a risk right underneath of it, and then at least play the move back up to the equal high, and then go and hit 57 to enter into the gap, and then sky's the limit after that. So that can be another potential trade setup overall. If this one gets invalidated, if it pulls back down, closes underneath, it could get a move all the way back down to here. Not trying to find another bull case, but if that were to happen, you would have an inverse head and shoulders by that point as well. So again, not trying to make a bullish case, but if it did go up to this point and it did reject and it did not hold 54.55 and it wanted to come all the way back down to $50 psych level, I think that could be a great bounce play in the future for TTD, and then potentially create an inverse head and shoulders. Then that could be the larger time frame trade that could send it back up and then go into that gap. So, just, spitballing here, but I do think there is still potential for upside continuation. So again, I charted TTD a long time ago down here near the lows, alerted my longs. These $49 calls are on the money, going to roll some profits, and then continue to see if I can, milk this as long as I can to, capitalize as much as I can on this chart. After TTD, been screaming about this one for a minute as well. UPS. Look at this area right here on UPS where it's basing. Zoom out, look left. Come all the way back over here. This is March, April, May of 2020. Came down here underneath 89, came all the way down to 82. Buyer stepped back in, and off to the races UPS went. We are doing nothing but retesting the exact same area again on UPS, which is holding. So again, risk to reward. Casey is long, risking underneath 82. If it goes down, technically my stop on this one, put it underneath 82 in case they swept it underneath of it, closer to $80 psych level, and then they rebounded it. I did add to this position at 82. But risk to reward, I think it looks fucking fantastic to look for longs down here on UPS. looking at the larger time frame. So looking absolutely amazing here on UPS weekly. Daily starting to look a little bit better. It has been consolidating for quite some time. If I turn the squeeze indicator on, it will show you. And MACD has had bullish divergence, been positive since August, while it has been completely sideways in the yellow box range. And if you look here on the TTM squeeze indicator, you will see that it has been in a high compression squeeze since September 23rd on the daily, and it just flipped bullish, which is fantastic. So I've been screaming about this name on the live stream every single day, on X all the time, on the Wolf live stream as well, and these UPS freaking leaps. I have smaller, smaller or shorter expiration for 2026, but also the $100 calls for 2027. That's the one that I'm mainly concerned about. The 2026s are for if we end up getting, a decent rally from here until the end of the year on UPS, then those ones can pay. But I would really like to stay as long as I can into the January 2027s. You do have a lot of gaps to potentially fill upside on UPS if it does bottom down here. Last time the stock hit this area here, it went from $80 to 233. Do I think that can happen again? Crazier shit has happened. Risk reward, am I absolutely going to take this trade? Yeah, 9 times out of 10, I'm always going to take this trade. So I absolutely love it down here for these $100 calls for January 2027. Along with him, his brother FedEx has been doing fairly well. Looking very, very good up here. It is at resistance that it keeps on rejecting around this 245. So UPS can start to move. FedEx can break above this. I think on a larger time frame, they look very, very good. It is also in a squeeze. Look at this freaking thing. This thing's been in a weekly squeeze, not a daily squeeze like UPS, a weekly squeeze on FedEx. Earnings didn't even get it out of this freaking squeeze. It has been in this thing since July. MACD is bullish. This chart's moving up a little bit higher. It's just right at this resistance area right here. If you zoom out a little bit, hit this trend line, boom, boom, boom. Not a surprise. That's where it rebounded near 200 psych level. Also, trend line support on a weekly chart. I think this chart looks absolutely fantastic as well. So big weekly squeeze on FedEx, looking good. I like the bottom that's holding on UPS as well. So see if we can send both of these things a little bit higher. Let's go check the chat. Not just one bank and everyone. Just curious, how did you know you need to short the banks last week? The evening stars. That's just one of my favorite bearish reversal. M said he texted me. Let me check my phone. Did he text me? Where he text me? Oh, he put Modelo in. Oh, he's holding the baby. Let's go, Imp. Look, Imp's on super dad mode right now. Watching football, holding the baby. Let's go. Absolutely freaking love it, dude. 50 people. Yeah, let's go. Let's get more on the YouTube side. I know, right? Let's get more on the YouTube. How many people are watching it right now on the X live stream? It's probably significantly greater. There's 1.5K people on the X live stream right now. So you got 1,500 people on the X live stream. So yeah, make sure you go like the freaking YouTube side as well. And then if you're on X, go like it and go subscribe. And if you're also on X, again, like and repost it. Share this shit out there. Let's go, people. Someone asked me how long I've been trading. I've been trading for 4.5 years. January, February time of 2021 is when I began trading. So we did what? SPY, QQQ, IWM, same three. We quickly did the banks, mainly WFC and BAC, and then we covered UPS and FedEx. Dadgummit, have I been muted? What the shit? There we go. I'm gonna cover two more real quick for you guys. Sorry, I was looking at a bunch of charts here. Let's cover these last two because I gotta jump off. But yes, we're almost at 2,000 subs on the YouTube channel. Go like and subscribe, and then if you're on X, like and repost this shit. Appreciate and love you guys. All right, last two. ARM. I think ARM looks absolutely fantastic here. It's holding weekly volume point of control around 140 psych level. So you have this nice rounded bottom right here, and then you have this lower high trend line right here. You can articulate a cup and handle if you like. But if it can break and base above this 153, 155 area, get the breakout, you have a morning star reversal. I've been talking about evening stars reversals because those are my favorite bearish reversals that you want to see at the high, all right, an area of resistance. I want to see morning star reversals at areas of support. So weekly volume point of control looking good, holding, buyer stepping in. It's great support. Morning star reversal. Big red candle on the left, neutral bullish in the middle, big green candle on the right to match the big red candle that's on the left. Combine those three, morning star. So I would like to see this 153, 155 break and base on a larger time frame for ARM. Get this breakout of this trend line. Let this morning star play out. Again, same thing I said for evening stars. 9 times out of 10, I want to see a red candle for this one. 9 times out of 10, would love to see a green candle. So I would like to see a move to 165, about $12 to $13 higher than currently where it's at right now. On ticker ARM for this weekly morning star reversal. If it can break this trend line, I think it looks absolutely great. After that continuation up to 180 would be absolutely fantastic. So going to be looking for call swings there. Last but not least, I said I'd cover one more. We're going to cover CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike had this nice little rounded bottom. So I sent this out last week. Sent it out for a long last week. Rounded bottom. Got the huge move up here. Hit this trend line area of resistance and it pulled back down. Put out the 4-hour area for the 470 psych level, which was here. Boom. Hit the trend line for the lower highs for the consolidation that I was in. Got the breakout here. Took it straight back up. I charted this last week for you guys, right? Go to the daily. Absolutely beautiful right there. Look, red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle, red. It was 5 red candles in a row, straight consolidation down, boom, green candle, closed and broke above it right after it hit 470. Great spot for a long. Go back on my timeline, go look at my charts, go type in crowd. We covered this last week for the long. It's hitting the freaking resistance for a lower high. On the daily chart, it now has an evening star. Big green candle on the left, neutral to bearish in the middle, big red candle on the right. Combine those 3, that is called an evening star. So, again, 9 times out of 10, would love to see a red candle right here and get continuation downside. So, there is a small gap to fill down here as well. So if we can get a move down to that previous low, which is going to put it around 480, it's going to be fantastic. I mean, $10 downside each time. So first target, it's at 490 right now. First target downside, 480. Second target downside, 470. Third target downside, 460. It breaks that 460 area, enters into a gap. The gap takes it to 454. To the freaking penny from Wednesday, September 17th. So those would be targets downside. So that's it for me, guys. SPY, QQQ, IWM, UPS, FedEx, TTD. What was the other one? Bank of America, Wells Fargo, CrowdStrike, and ARM. What was that, like fucking 10 charts, 10 names? I think that's enough. I think that's enough, guys. And I'm going to call it there. So, appreciate you all. Love those fat bottom girls. Yeah, sorry, no sound. When I was checking my phone, looking at, I was talking about IMP, actually hit the little thing on here. But I appreciate you guys. Tune in. Also, double top right there. Yep, absolutely amazing. Thank you for tonight's session. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. So we're coming in on about 45 minutes here on the session. Covered a lot of charts here. Those are some of those main top ones that I'm watching. Looking to see if finance pulls back. I think if we do see a pullback on SPY for the month of October. Especially if the financial sector starts to pull back. You see the pullback on the banks. Those can be the ones that can lead the way for SPY, to be pulling back. And overall, there's a few names like Apple is near those same previous highs on a larger time frame. Meta is already showing relative weakness. If you do start seeing some pullback on Nvidia, Tesla, some of these other tech names as well. Just overall market sentiment can, pull back a little bit for some time on SPY and QQQ. So, gotta play it both ways. There's charts out here that look very, very bullish, and there's some that look bearish. I'm gonna capitalize on. It doesn't really matter which sector it's in and stuff like that. Just be aware of market rotation, which sectors are stronger, which ones have relative weakness, and then just capitalize and play it both ways. Trade your tech, trade your banks, trade your health, like LLY, absolutely ripper. Recently, you got your Chinese names like JD and Baba. Then you got your another, off the wall kind of ones, like I'm talking about UPS and FedEx and things like that. Look at your airlines as well: UAL, AAL, Delta, DAL. Do some cruise lines. CCL and NCLH, I love trading those two things. I charted those not too long ago for bearish moves to the downside, and they had a really good move downside recently. So just make sure you're checking the charts. Check all these names that are out there. They can offer great setups. We've covered some great ones here. A lot of morning stars and evening stars. Bearish and bullish reversal patterns that I love to see with these candlesticks on the larger time frames. So appreciate everybody who tuned in. It's October. I don't know. Market can dump. It can take a spooky dookie. I'm just saying, market can dump. What if you just go over here on the SPY chart? Go over to SPY. Right? Go to SPY. Here, actually, let's just do QQQ real quick. Go to Qs. right? You got your support, mid, resistance. It is what it is, right? Go over here and just go to the all the way down here at the bottom of the screen. Get your poop emoji. Put it right there. Let's see what else we got. What do we got in here? Like, you guys got me drawing shit right now. What do we got? What's something spooky? I say the market's gonna take a spooky dookie. Market's gonna dump. I guess I can do a ghost maybe. Where's the ghost? Ooh, they got vampires and stuff on here too, though. I think they have like vampires, and they just put in some zombies and stuff too recently. There you go, right here. There you go. I'm gonna take a spooky dookie, right? We want to see the market dump. Right here, spooky dookie. Where's the toilet bowl? Flush the market. There you go. There you go. I mean, is it Uptober? Is it Uptober? Or is it going to be a spooky dookie? I'm just saying. And we just see, you know, the market just fall off the face of the earth right there. I mean, who knows? You call it Uptober, I'm going to download this image right here saying that it's going to be a spooky dookie. We'll just see. I don't know. But, all right, appreciate you guys hanging out with me and bullshitting around. Got like 2,000 people here on the live stream tonight. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you do, please, please, please go to the YouTube channel, like and subscribe, and then like and repost the stream on X. People can watch this recording later on. They were not able to attend it live. And that's it for me. For the premium Discord members watching the live stream, I will be here on the live stream, ready to live trade every single morning this week for you guys. I'll be tuning in to the Wolf Spaces and YouTube channel, I'm sure, as well a few times, but I will mainly be live streaming and live trading everything I do in the premium Discord in front of hundreds and hundreds of people, sharing what I do every single day. So if you would like to come hang out with our premium Discord team, you can go to my profile on X. You can also type in the link that's up there. It should be on the screen. I'll take you to my store. You can come hang out, premium Discord team. You get a 7-day free trial, hang out for a week, make some money, see if you like it. If it's the place for you, then stay. We'd love to have you. We hang out, we sing, we joke, and we chart, learn, and make money on the live stream with each other every single day. We have an absolute fucking blast in the premium Discord, and I love our team and love my members in there. It's not just me that trades in there. I do have other analysts in there as well for day trading and swing trading, options and futures as well. So I have a few other analysts in there with me as well, but I'm the main one that is live streaming and live trading every single day within there. But we do have a variety. So absolutely love our team. Come check us out over there. You can use code KC30 for 30% off anything in the WAP store with that link up there. So $69, 30% off. I don't know what that is. I think it's like 48 something. I could be wrong. Less than $50. You're going to make $50 in one trade in 1 hour. Maybe less than that. Maybe one trade in 5 minutes. Who fucking knows? And then, you know, make a couple $100, couple $1,000 for the rest of the month, and it pays for it times 1,000. So I appreciate you guys. I see that WBC has earnings on 10.4 BCA on 10.5. Do you think they will run up into their earnings? Probably not. But who knows? Japan stocks jump over 3%. Ooh. Oopsies, I can't type, Michelle. Sorry. All right. Sign off. Casey the Great, thank you, brother. Appreciate you guys. And reminder, avoid scams. Casey will never DM you first. Yes. I'm the only verified Casey trades on X. I have almost 45,000 followers. Hey, let's go. Almost 45,000 followers. I'm like 50 away. Hey, go like my shit. Go follow me on X. Let's go. yeah, I'm the only verified Casey Trades on X, and then I have the links directly to my Discord. If it takes you to the Casey Trades Discord, it should show you we have around 9,000 members in there, and my name on there is at Casey Trades 777, just like it is everywhere else. If you go to Discord and you get a bunch of fake Casey Trades DMing you asking how your trading journey is going and wanting to offer you copy trading services and send money to my crypto wallet so I can help you become a bajillionaire. Yeah, don't fall for that shit. I'm not going to message you and double check the names. They're probably going to be like Casey Trades with 2 S's or Casey Trades with 4 7s or at a period at the end or something. Don't get scammed. Be careful out there. I've seen people get scammed for lots and lots of money, and it fucking sucks that people do that stuff and take advantage. But yeah, appreciate you, Liv, for the reminder that there are a bunch of fake Casey Trades out there. I don't know why they want to be me. I'm a boring guy, but it is what it is. So, all right, I'm headed out. Love you all. Again, Premium Discord team, I'll see you here on the live stream for live trading in the morning. Everyone else, have a great rest of your night, and I hope you have a great trading week. Let's have an amazing trading week, making lots of money from the market. Continuing